A lot of people's dreams nowadays when they grow up is to become a content creator, mainly to become a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer. If you would have asked anybody like years ago, that would have never been a possible job field that people would be comfortable talking about, essentially because at that time around there wasn't that many people that can make a living off of YouTube. I mean, think about it. 10 years ago is about 2014, 2015. You know, most people that were super popular in that time still were like the PewDiePies. You had even the, you know, the Ray William Johnson. Smosh was really big around that time. So fields like I was in, like for instance with K-pop reactions, even anime type of content was never a thing that people could utilize at that time to become super popular. Now YouTube has been around for many years. Of course, it got its jump start in 2006 to 2007, and it used to be a dating site, right? And we've seen the evolution of YouTube since then. But another field has been Twitch. Twitch used to be Justin TV, and I was around those days when Twitch used to be Justin TV, and Twitch also then split off, or should I say Justin TV split off into Twitch. There was also Africa TV. And funny cool story, back in 2016, me and a couple of my friends who are also YouTubers went to meet the CEO of Africa TV because we were trying to build like a gaming cafe here at NYC. Newsflash, didn't really work out, mainly because of a stream that we had on Africa TV. It was kind of raunchy, but that's one of the things that you can do when Africa TV had like this whole global thing back then, especially because I was like one of the ambassadors for Africa TV back then. But in terms of diversifying your income, especially when you're trying to become like a full-time content creator, I think Twitch actually is a really good play. However, there's probably other things that you can utilize, because unlike YouTube, you don't really grow while you're live on Twitch. So let's look at my Twitch stats. Pretty much from like when I actually started streaming on Twitch was like back in like 2016, all the way until like most recently in May, you know, of like 2014. I don't know why it says 2024. Maybe I can actually update this, because I mean, hey man, I don't stream. Let's put it like that. I really don't stream as much as I should. And that's going to be changing. You know, that's one of my main goals to change for this year, or should I say for this upcoming year especially. Now, as you guys can see, you know, we had an average viewership of like 18. I actually did get to like 6,500 followers, but because I haven't streamed so long, I probably lost like 2,000 of them. We maxed out at 1,300 subscriptions, made about it's kind of funny, 420, let me stop, $4,209 from streaming, and we did stream like 19 hours. And this is because I was doing a lot of things like just chatting. We're talking about like anime reactions, webtoon reactions, and then doing talks just like this, right? Essentially what I'm doing right now, this would actually fit on the just chatting. In terms of like, I don't know why this says slots because what was not playing now. Those are just their suggestions. Okay. But the other things I was doing on this was essentially gacha games. I actually was spending way more money on gacha games back in 2016, or just in 2019 is when I started gacha gaming, all the way until like most recently last year with Wuthering Waves. And I just really didn't have like a focus on what I wanted to do as a Twitch streamer. Essentially I would just go live and that's about it. And you know, I realized over the last couple of years that I haven't truly been taking advantage of what I can do on Twitch, especially if I'm trying to become like an authority in the space of, let's say, anime, or even authority in a space like what we're talking about right now, and just building channels, or just in just any type of creative field that I'm trying to do, right? So if we go to Twitch, obviously, you know, we're looking at like what's on the front page and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and give it a good refresh. Hopefully it won't be live, or okay, yeah. So I mean, like there's multiple things that's going on Twitch right now. Just chatting, you got a lot of people playing Call of Duty. I think one of the biggest games right now, well, I play, is like Disney Lorcana, the card game. Some of the people who I've been following have also been doing stuff like just chatting. Shout out to my boy Jerry from Jerry KML. He's a big K-pop YouTuber. We grew up in the K-pop field. And he reached over 1 million subscribers on this channel, and has continued with the K-pop content. The Sky Souls has been an authority in, you know, the Twitch sphere for like ever. And then a shout out to my other boy King of Lightning, who is one of the bigger, you know, One Piece channels in the sphere. And all these people essentially, you know, when they're live and they're doing their content, right? Now King of Lighting here is just playing Marvel Rivals, but this is a very popular game. But he can essentially, like, I know him especially because we're gonna be going to Japan in, you know, just another few months or so again. Like, he'll just take this content that he has here and then he'll post it onto his YouTube channel, because we all know at the end of the day, once again, you don't grow while you're on YouTube. All right, you just don't. I mean while you're on Twitch, you just don't. So you have to utilize content similar to what, like, say Dre is doing right here. Like, he'll react to this content and then this will essentially become content that he can post onto his YouTube channel. But the main caveat is that he's live with his people, he's live with his Twitch chat, and you can get kind of like that double dip type of feel where you're making live content while you're on Twitch and then you're putting the VODs or anything like that onto your YouTube. Essentially, I could be live doing the same exact thing as I'm showing you guys and telling you guys right here. Right now we have 4,100 followers on our Twitch. Like I said, we're way down from 65, and my Twitch stream had a lot of things going on it. You know, I'm talking about reacting to webtoons, we're reacting to anime. I try to react to you know, K-dramas, got copyrighted it, like live DMCA, so that's not, you know, that's not a thing. I have done, you know, K-pop reactions back in the day, but I don't think it's correct, I guess you could say, in the beginning, to try to, you know, do variety when you're on Twitch in the very beginning, right? I think I've kind of learned my lesson. Or should I say, you have to have like limited variety, you know, because you kind of want to try to grow in one field, in one space, and grow an audience with it. So maybe it is my just chatting section where I'm doing like constant reaction style videos, right? So I'm not saying like essentially going from, say, you're doing reaction to then you're going to be playing, you know, like, you know, video games to then playing card games. I'm like trying to like study the type of content that I do. Now, even if you do have multiple different channels, you know, the way that I'm going to start utilizing Twitch is mainly reaction content. I think that should be like 90% of what I should be doing. Reaction style content where I'm reacting to the same things that I will be posting on YouTube. Sure, I could take some time to talk about the same type of videos that we'll be doing particularly on this channel, but as you guys see here, like, you know, the revenue and all this, I know where the peaks were at, you know, where we had hit like a huge spike in viewership, and we're talking about like average viewership at that. And, you know, going from, I think my peak viewership still was when I did gacha games, and that's when I was like spending a lot of money. I'm talking about buttloads of money rolling for characters that at the end of the day was just like JPEGs and 3D, like, you know, pictures and stuff like that. And, you know, like I said, we spent like probably $10,000, probably $15,000 in gacha games, and it hasn't really gone anywhere. Like, you know, and that's just part of the, especially because I didn't make content, you know, when I didn't take advantage of, you know, actually, you know, doing content off of Twitch and putting it on YouTube. You know, when I go to my YouTube channel, so I'm showing you guys my main channel, well, not my main channel, but one of the channels that recently got monetized, right? I'm going to refresh this. So this is the Card Empire channel. I'm going to refresh this because our dollar amount has actually increased since it's only been 2 days since we've been monetized, and now we gained 3 subscribers because we were just at 12.92. Our estimated revenue is about $3.72. This channel's CPM is somewhere between $10 to like almost $13, which means the RPM is going to be insanely high, especially as we create more and more content for this particular channel. But I want to show you guys one of my old channels that I just haven't uploaded content on in like forever. This channel here that has 5,300 subscribers, right? And I could go here to the content section. I could go to the most views. Most views is on a video that I did about gacha pulls, and it's like my first video in the gacha world all the way back in like 2019, right? And maybe I actually did have something going here, where, you know, I was talking about Fate Grand Order, and I'm here spending a buttload of money. I think in this first session for my gacha game time, like, wow, a long time ago, like there's me out of myself, and my blood sugar, which was insanely high as the gambling addiction started to roll on in here, right? But people had a good time. I mean, we all had a good time, you know, with this entire stream, learning about Fate Grand Order, learning about this game itself. So I feel like there's things that I can do and look back on my past. I guess I'm not gonna call them failures because they were just steps towards success. So we're gonna look like, because I do believe that this was successful, you know, like this was me not knowing much and just posting whatever I streamed onto a different YouTube channel because I felt that it didn't fit whatever my main channel was at that time. And if we go to my main channel, of course, was the one that's entirely anime based. Like now I know that, you know, there's a way that I can have like an overlap in terms of like content between what's going on in the anime space, but you know, I didn't feel that gacha content would fit what was going on this particular channel here, especially because it was long form content, right? So anything that I did post on Twitch, you know, I tended to put it on a different YouTube channel. Now for sakes, when I have this main channel of mine here, that's essentially going to be just all reaction general. Even that reaction, you know, in and of itself, it's going to stick towards the genre of anime, of manga, of webtoons, right? I don't think I'm going to deviate much from that because this crowd essentially just likes that, right? If I want to do more gameplay stuff, well then that's when I'm going to start to redevelop this gaming channel here, or more so, not even to really call it a gaming channel, because I mean, look, there are YouTubers out here who post whatever they want on their channel, right? And they have been allowed the liberty to do that type of thing. And I'm talking about your Asmongold's of the world, your Moist Criticals, right? Like for instance, Asmongold can literally talk about how good Assassin's Creed Shadow is because people want to hear what he has to say, right? No one right now really wants to hear what I have to say on those other channels until I build the consistency, and then the quality, and then just an audience that generally cares about what I want to say or just what I am doing in a game itself, right? So it's going to take a very, very long time to get to that point. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to YouTube and Twitch, you know, they feel that they have to be the oyster of the world, right? The world, you know how people that say the world is your oyster or whatever the idiom is, like they got to be the center of attention, and that's kind of hard where people mainly care about the topic, right? So with Twitch, the best way to grow your Twitch is through other platforms in and of itself. So we're talking about building your Twitch through stuff like YouTube, through stuff like TikTok, through stuff like Instagram, right? And I feel that those short form videos, the ones where I've had like super success with, like on my main channel, where I had a video that reached all the way to 67 million views, right? What if I'm building more and more videos that like can advertise my Twitch to get more viewers onto that platform, so I have more concurrent viewers, right? Because you don't grow while you're streaming on Twitch. Like, yeah, you can get very, very lucky, and I'm talking about like that's like the 1%. The 1% of people grow while they're live on Twitch. A lot of people say, hey man, stream every single day, right? And I just think that there are better ways to accomplish that goal, especially because on Twitch, you got to really advertise yourself. One of the best advertising tools in Twitch is YouTube, literally, right? So if I'm making a video like this, I can now just start putting my link to Twitch in my bio, right? When I'm making short form videos, especially when I'm doing reaction videos, I can now link that, hey, we're live on Twitch. Or if I'm on YouTube here and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be streaming live on Twitch like this and that day, you know, that's another way to get more and more people to the Twitch chat in order to like make sure that the amount of content that I'm doing on Twitch or for the foreseeable future relates, because you want to have like that live chatting audience. You know, maybe you might have people who like the same exact things that you're going to be watching. Of course, you're going to have trolls and everything like that, but that type of content that you do live on Twitch, just it makes it much easier because you're kind of like double dipping, right? You know, there's other YouTubers that we talked about beforehand. One girl who I want to shout out today is Alicia X Life. You know, she has her Patreon. I've been showing you a couple other YouTubers, right? But you have Alicia X Life here, right? Who essentially is live almost like every day. At least when I see her channel pop off on my particular Twitch and whatnot. But I believe like she's almost live every day. She's like reacting to One Piece. She's reacting to other TV shows as well. And she has two channels, and they're both essentially, because she's a VTuber, she's essentially posting all those reactions onto her Patreon. But those reactions are taken from her Twitch, essentially, right? And then you break them up into VODs, and then you post them. Look, she has 13,000 1,000 paid members, and of course 20,000 total members. And if you go to here, like her main Patreon for just the minimum access for anime reactions is $5 a month. But you have a lot of people who are going to be in the $10 tier for her, and even the $15 tier. And if you want to do the math, right, even if she had all those people in the $5 tier paying $5 a month, but because she has, what was it, 13,000, was it? Because she has what, 13,000 members? So 13,000 members times $5 is $65,000 a month, or around that, every single month that she's getting from Patreon that people are paying, right? So I mean, when we talk about the possibilities that you can gain from Twitch, we're not even counting how much subs that she has on Twitch itself. We're just looking at her Patreon, and we talked about Patreon being a viable way to earn money, to create this like business empire in previous videos already. So as you guys can see, like the game plan is starting to really come alive, right? You can stream, you know, a certain amount of hours on Twitch. You don't need to be like streaming like 10 hours a day or anything like that. No, it could be as short as like 2 hours. Hell, start off with 1 hour live, but you want to essentially build up in that. I think for me, when we reach the peak, I'd probably be like streaming like anywhere between 3 to 4 hours a day, sometimes longer, because at the end of the day I'm thinking about, all right, well, this is the content I'm going to be pursuing for that particular day. This is what I want to get recorded. This is what I want to have put onto the Patreon, and this is what I want to have uploaded to, you know, YouTube. And I have multiple YouTube channels, of course, right? So Patreon will make it a better way of like organizing, hey, this is a live show, this is what you can do, and record those reactions. Of course, I gotta say this now, because a lot of people are going to be like, well, if I stream anime, I might get banned. Yeah, that's absolutely true. However, every reaction YouTuber knows this already, or just reaction content creator knows this. You got to delete the VODs after you're done with Twitch, right? After you're done live streaming, you delete the VODs, and then you can post it to your Patreon, right? I mean, obviously, I've shown off Nicholas Light TV beforehand, having 60,000 members and having around what 15,000 paid members, and you know, he streams literally like almost every single day, and then the VODs get posted onto Patreon, and after they get deleted from Twitch itself. And you know, it's just that Twitch is just one of the best things you can utilize as a reaction channel, you know. And it's all about just building your following up there. Now, this is just on reaction based content. I'm not even talking about if you're going to be doing gaming style content, because obviously you could take that same gaming content, put it onto the gaming channel, and further, you know, develop, you know, your VODs. At the end of the day, I think, you know, Twitch is just another way to gain more revenue, to build another revenue stream. You know, it's not something that you have to upload every single, or to go live every single day on, but it's something I think a lot of people who are content creators, especially if you're in the reaction field or the gaming field, or hell, even if you're doing like this stuff where you're talking about YouTube, can absolutely utilize. You know, a lot of people have questions and always ask me several different questions when it comes to the content I'm posting. So I'm thinking of utilizing Twitch for, like, you know, maybe it's a single day or 2 days of the week where I'm live and I'm just talking about YouTube and just my personal YouTube journey, and then people can talk to me, ask questions while we're all live on Twitch, and I could take that time frame in order to answer those questions and then post it onto YouTube. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. I just think that Twitch is a powerful tool, and I have been not utilizing it the way that I could. So my goal is to start utilizing Twitch more, especially once, you know, my whole situation of temporary moving is taken care of. But let me know your thoughts. How do you guys like to utilize other social media platforms, just other platforms in general? Today was more so Twitch focused. I'm going to do a bigger deep dive because, you know, I have like the Twitch affiliate status, and I just have to get on it in terms of like utilizing it. Twitch is going to be opening up the ability for a lot of people to start earning subscribers and bits immediately as soon as you like sign up. So that's a great thing for a lot of people who, you know, were striving for that. I think one of the next goals on Twitch for me is to become a Twitch partner, but you know, the whole partnership thing, we got to see how exclusivity and all those other things are done, because it might just be better just to dual stream things at the end of the day. But that's all for this video, folks. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll be catching you guys for another video tomorrow. So have a good one, everybody. Doses.